all to Think Maths. We are in class 10 Maths, chapter 9, some applications of trigonometry. So in the previous chapter, chapter 8, trigonometry, introduction to trigonometry, we studied about the trigonometric ratios and the relations. So based on that, we learned the problems. So in this chapter, how trigonometry can be applied to day-to-day life. So before the application, we have to know some words. That is line of sight, angle of elevation. In the next page, we have angle of depression. So what do you mean by line of sight? The line drawn from the eye of an observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. So now look at the picture. A girl is standing here. So the line drawn from eye of an observer. So from this point, a line is drawn from to the point in the object. So a boy is standing on top of the tower. So this girl is looking at the boy. So the line drawn from the eye of an observer. So she is the observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. So this girl is viewing this boy. So this line is called the line of sight. Okay. From the eye of an observer to the place where she views. She looks at this boy. Okay. So now this is called the line of sight. Next one is angle of elevation. So it is nothing but the angle formed between line of sight and horizontal line. Here the angle should be above the horizontal. So when we view top, when the eye is looking top, this angle will be above the horizontal. So the angle formed between the line of sight and this horizontal line is called the angle of elevation. So this angle, this blue color is called the angle of elevation. This is the horizontal line from the point where she views. Okay. Here the angle of elevation will be above the horizontal line. So if we form the triangle, we will get the right angle triangle. So let us note the point. Here AB is the tower and C is the point on the ground from where the girl looks. So this AC is called the line of sight. And angle ACB. So angle ACB is the angle of elevation. So this is the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. And this is horizontal line. BC is the horizontal line. Okay. So this makes 90 degree. Okay children. So these are the things about line of sight and angle of elevation. And the last one is about angle of depression. Okay. Let us learn that in the next page. So what is that? Angle formed between line of sight and horizontal. So the same as the elevation, but this angle will be below the horizontal line. That is when the viewer looks down. When the viewer looks down. So a viewer is in the parachute. He is looking down the tree. Okay. So this angle formed between the horizontal line and this line of sight is called the angle of depression. So this angle will be below the horizontal line. So when it is formed, when the viewer looks down, in angle of elevation, the viewer will look up. So in angle of depression, the viewer will look down. From this point, the viewer will look down. So he looks down the tree. So the angle formed between the horizontal and the line of sight is called the angle of depression. So this is the angle of depression. In the same way, if someone stands here near the tree and looks at this parachute, this horizontal line and the line of sight will form the angle of elevation. So if you know about the line of sight, angle of elevation and angle of depression, so this chapter is nothing. We can do the problems easily. So we should form a right angle triangle and find out the angle of elevation or angle of depression and mark the horizontal line distance between them. So if you mark it, it is easy to find the remaining values using trigonometric ratios. Okay, children? I hope you can understand about this. So if you learn the example problems, it is easy to understand. So let us get into the example problem. Example 1. A tower stands vertically on the ground. From a point on the ground which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 60 degree. Find the height of the tower. So this is the tower. AB is the tower. Okay. From a point on the ground. So let us take the point C. From the point on the ground which is 15 meter away. So from foot of the tower, this point is 15 meter away. So BC distance is 15 meter. So the angle of elevation of the top of the tower. So top of the tower, angle of elevation. So from C to A, this is the line of sight and BC is the horizontal. So angle of elevation. Angle ACB is nothing but angle of elevation. So let us draw this in a right angle triangle. So here AB represents the tower. BC is the distance of the point from the tower. So from the tower, from the foot of the tower. Foot of the tower is B. So C is a point on the ground. The distance between them is 15 meter. And the angle of elevation. So from the top, angle of elevation from the ground, it is 60 degree. So these are all given. We have to find out height of the tower. So height of the tower is AB. So we have to find out AB. So here what are all given? An angle is given. We know the distance BC and we have to find out AB. So what relationship can we use? So there is some 60 degree. We have to use the relation between AB and BC. Okay. So AB is perpendicular and BC is the base. So we know some relation, that is Pandit Badri Prasad Har Bol. Just remember this. Pandit Badri Prasad Har Bol. So this is cosine, cos, tan. So just put a line between them. So sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos is base by hypotenuse, tan is perpendicular by base. That is Pandit Badri Prasad Har Boli. So perpendicular by base. So which relationship we make? Perpendicular and base. Who is that? It is tan. So tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree will be equal to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular side is AB. Base is BC. What is tan 60 degree? Tan 60 degree is nothing but root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. Already we saw the table in the previous chapter. If you remember the table, it is easy to write the values. So tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 equal to AB by, what is BC? BC is 15. Just cross multiply. Here this is nothing but root 3 by 1. So just cross multiply. We will get 15 into root 3. So we can write it as 15 root 3. 1 into AB. 1 into AB is nothing but AB. So it means AB is equal to 15 root 3 meter. So what is AB? AB is nothing but height. So height of the tower. Height of the tower equal to 15 root 3 meter. Okay, children? Do you understand? If they give the value of root 3, you should substitute the value of root 3 and multiply with that and find out the answer. Here root 3 value is not given. So the answer is 15 root 3 meter. Okay, children? So now let us see the next example. Here what is given? An electrician has to repair an electric fault on a pole of height 5 meter. She needs to reach a point 1.3 meter below the top of the pole to undertake the repair work. What should be the length of the ladder that she should use, which, when inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal, would enable her to reach the required position? Also, how far from the foot of the pole should she place the foot of the ladder? Here take root 3 is equal to 1.73. So we have to substitute the value of root 3 equal to 1.73. Now what is given? An electrician has to repair an electric fault on a pole. So this is the pole. AD is the pole. So let me start the solution. So let us take AD as the pole. AD. AD is the pole. Its height is 5 meter. Okay. She needs to reach a point 1.3 meter below the top of the pole. So from the top of the pole, she should reach 1.3 meter. So the distance between, she should reach the point B. So what is given? The distance between top of the pole and this point is 1.3 meter. So AB. AB is equal to 1.3 meter. Okay. Now what will be BD? BD is nothing but total distance AD minus AB. So it is 5 minus 1.3. What is 5 minus 1.3? 5 is nothing but 5.0 minus 1.3. So we cannot subtract 0. Take from this and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 4 minus 1 is 3. So it is 3.7 meter. Now we found out BD. Now next one, which one we need? What is given here? What should be the length of the ladder? So we should find BC that she should use, which when inclined at an angle 60 degree to the horizontal. So the angle between the ladder and the horizontal is 60 degree. Okay. So this value makes, that is angle BCD. Angle BCD equal to 60 degree. Now what all asked? How far from the foot of the pole? So this is D point is foot of the pole. Should she place the foot of the ladder? So the distance between C and D is asked. Also they are asking for length of the ladder, which is BC. Now we will form the right angle triangle. So this is the right angle triangle. We need only BDC. So this right angle triangle, A is not needed. So what all we have? We have this angle as 60 degree and BD. BD is nothing but 3.7 meter. Now we have to find BC and DC. Let us do that in the next page. So these are the things we found out. Here it is given that root 3 is equal to 1.73. First let us find out the length of the ladder BD. Okay children. Now BC is given. So BC is the perpendicular. This is hypotenuse and CD is the base. So perpendicular and hypotenuse. What is the relation we have? Pandit, Badri, Prasad, Har, Bol. So sine, cos, tan. So which relationship marks perpendicular and hypotenuse? Here it is. Perpendicular by hypotenuse makes for sine. So sine, what is the value? 60 degree. So sine 60 degree equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. So sine 60 degree equal to perpendicular. What is perpendicular? It is BC. BC by, which is the hypotenuse, it is BD. What is the value of sine 60? Sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2. Which is equal to, what is BC? It is 3.7 divided by BD. Just cross multiply. So root 3 into BD equal to 3.7 into 2. So BD will be equal to 3.7 into 2 divided by root 3. So root 3 value is given as 1.70. So we must substitute the value. So 3.7 into 2 divided by 1.70. So in the denominator we have two decimal. A decimal point is there before two values. So we should multiply by 100 in the numerator and denominator. So what will happen? 3.7 into 100 will be 370 into 2 divided by this decimal will be cancelled because as we multiplied by 100. So it will become 173. So what is 370 into 2? 0 2s are 0, 7 2s are 14, 3 2s are 6, balance 1, 7. So 740 divided by 173. Okay. So shall we divide this? So let me do the calculation here. So it is 173, 740. How many times it goes? 4 times. 4 into 173. Just a minute. Is 173 4 times. So 3 4s are 12, balance 1, 7 4s are 28, 28 plus 1, 29, balance 2, 1 4s, 4 plus 2, 6, 692. So if we subtract 740 minus 692, it is 48. 48 is not divisible by 173. So we should add 1 0 here and put a decimal. So 480, we can take 2. So 2 into 173 is 2 3s are 6, 7 2s are 14, balance 1, 1 2s, 2 plus 1, 3, 346. What is 480 minus 346? It is 1340. So we should add 1 0 because 134 is not divisible by 173. So put 1 0. Already decimal is here. So no need to add decimal. So how many times it is 1340 comes? It is 7 times. So 7 times 173 is 1211. So if we subtract, we will get 129. Again put 1 0. Again it is 7 times. So you will get 1211. So the remainder is 79. So leave as such. So find out the three values after decimal. So now we have 4.277. So which is equal to 4.277. So if in the third number we have 7. So it is greater than 5. So we can add 1 point to the second place. So it is 4.28 approximately. So it is 4.28 meter approximately. So what is BD? BD is nothing but length of the ladder. So length of the ladder equal to 4.28 meter. Okay. Now we have to find out the distance between the foot of the pole, which is C, and foot of the ladder. So we have to find out CD. So we know BC as well as BD. Now we have to find DC. Either you can use the Pythagoras theorem or you can use the relationship. So this is perpendicular and this is base. Which value makes the perpendicular and base? So perpendicular is and base is tan value. So tan 60 is nothing but perpendicular by base. So let us take tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree equal to, which is the perpendicular? BC. BC is the perpendicular and base is CD. BC by CD. So what is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 equal to BC. What is BC? BC is 3.7 divided by CD. Now we have to find out CD. So just cross multiply root 3 into CD equal to 3.7 into 1. So which is 3.7. So what will be CD? CD will be equal to 3.7 divided by root 3. So what is the value of root 3? It is 1.73. So 3.7 divided by 1.73. So here after the decimal point there are two numbers. So we should multiply by 1 2 zeros, that is 100 into 100. So if you multiply by 100 we will get 370 divided by 173. So if we divide 370 by 173, let us divide here 173. The divisor is 173 and 370. So 370, it is 2 times. 2 into 173 is 346. So if we subtract 370 minus 346, we will get 24. So 24 is not divisible by 173. So add 1 0 for the first time. If you add 1 0, put a decimal. So next time if you add 0, no need to put the decimal. So 240. So it goes 1 times. So it is 173. So 240 minus 173 is 670. So how many times it goes? 3 times. So 3 times 173 is 519. So if you subtract 519, we will get 151. Okay. So 151 is not divisible by 173. So add 1 0. How many times it goes? 1510 is 8 times. So 8 times 173 is 1384. Okay children. So if we subtract this, we will get 126. So we got three points, three places after decimal. So if you reduce this to two places, two significant places, we will get here the number is after 5. So we can add one number to 3. So it becomes 1 4. So approximately CD is equal to, so I will write here CD is equal to approximately its value is 2.14. So who is CD? Distance of foot, distance between the foot of the pole and foot of the ladder. It is 2.14 meter. Okay children, I hope you can understand both the examples. Let us see the remaining examples in the next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you can understand the way I am teaching. If you are not able to understand, just give me a suggestion in your comment. Okay children? So I hope you are all very smart and you will be supporting my channel by subscribing and like and share. Okay children? Bye bye.